I'll ask everyone. Well, I guess not Yash. You can type in chat if you want, but I think you can't speak right now. Just to tell us how you think the other people's session went. Just double. You can start. How do you think? What do you think happened with Daria's session? Go on.
I don't
Sure.
know. She was knocked out. Probably another vision or something weird.
Uh huh.
And that she's gonna get up and say some really vague terms about it,
Uh
and then act
huh.
like it was no big deal. And it's like, well,
That might be what's gonna happen. What about you, Daria? What do you think happened in the session you were in?
Uh, okay, so shit. All right. So you guys left off in the tunnel, right? So I think you guys got out and like I passed out. So you're like, oh shit. Like you're mad at me and you have to deal with the my narcolepsy, I guess. So you guys probably like dump me somewhere and go and I hope you guys investigated a bit. Uh and I think you guys might have gotten in trouble with some authority figure. And I think you guys almost died.
Are you sure you're talking about their session?
I think we all almost died.
that's crazy.
Okay. Well, that's fun. And just before we start, I also want to clarify 2 points. One, a couple seconds, sessions ago, I made a comment saying you guys had like 13 options for level up, and I just want to clarify that it's not really like these are like paths and stuff that I've put there, but you can always just do whatever you want, and if it does have big consequences, so like let's say for instance in those 13 choices, taking over Tragot was not really one of them. If you find a way to do it, that would be a level up. But it's not gamified to that
Is
extent.
is taking over Trigoth on the table then?
Oh, I mean, you can do anything you want. If it's got consequences, that'll get you level up. And that brings me a good segue to my second point. In the solo session you and me just had, Daria, I feel like that would be a level up worthy in terms of consequences. But I just want to clarify that in solo sessions, I won't do level up. To keep everyone on the same platform. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Okay. Oh dear. Can I wait? Can I say something above table though? Like,
Uh,
so, Devil, last session, I got to 3 HP.
Great. That's just perfect.
you want to tell him how much temp HP you had before you got to 3 HP.
Oh, before I got to 3, it was 0.
It was an interesting session.
No, it was 0. That was after I fell to 3 that
You did get the
I like
big one
fixed
after.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got the big one afterwards.
Yeah. Good times. Anyway, we will start now where we last left off. And the first one
Wait,
here.
do I
Mm,
get a long rest after that?
do you?
Do I?
You'll see. Um, and we'll start where we last left off. A bit contrary to the usual, Mavis, you first wake up. You find yourself underneath some sort of small wooden roof. Looking around you, you can only find that you can dart your eyes about, but not move your head, or your arms, or your legs, or anything really. You can see that Andre and Rilla are next to you. Both of them seem to be sleeping quite soundly. Rilla, in particular, seems to be in a deep sleep. You can feel something coming from her. It's not quite clear, but it's not unpleasant. It helps you stay a bit more awake, feel a bit more rejuvenated. Around you, you can start to hear the sounds of people going about their day. The sun's barely up. It can't be more than 6 a.m., but still merchants are setting up their shops around you. You can see through the cart in which you currently are. That the square you're in right now is starting to get pretty full. There's a good couple dozen people working on it currently. What do you do?
Hello?
As you try and speak, you find that it's very hard for you to open your mouth or move your tongue. And you do manage to make out a noise.
What?
As you speak like this, none of the other merchants and the like going about seem to take notice of you.
Uh, can I blink?
No, you cannot. You try to, but you can't. You can move your pupils around to try and get a look at things.
Uh-oh. Am I breathing? Or can I like mimic breathing?
No.
Uh can I like try and nudge like either Andre or Rayla next to me?
As you try and move, you find that it's very much impossible for you to. Looking down, you see an odd sort of tattoo almost going down your forearm. It reaches all over your hand. It's of a light pink color. And the bit of it that gets deeper into the card and closer to Andre and Rayla seems to glow somewhat. The part that goes up your arm begins to be somewhat faded. You try and do anything?
Are we like moving? Or is the cart still?
The cart is currently still, and there doesn't appear to be any indication of the cart moving.
Okay. The merchants that I can see outside, are they dwarves or is it like a mix?
There's a lot of mixture in there. You can see they are indeed mainly dwarves and other small races such as gnomes and halflings. You can see quite a few heads above them. However, elves stand quite much taller above them. The overwhelming majority are indeed dwarves. More specifically, as to their wares, they seem to be carrying materials and the like, more so than any procured goods.
Okay. I'm gonna just wait then.
Alright, you do so, and after about 20 minutes, you see the odd tattoo begin to fade away. And as it does, you start to regain a bit more movement along your body. You can move as usual. You find that you feel yourself particularly rejuvenated after this. Yet it tastes almost like fresh water in your mouth. And you're very awake, as you've gotten a full rest. You also have 1 point of temp HP.
How many points?
1.
1 point, okay. Alright, can I move my arms?
Yeah. You can move as you normally would.
I'd like to step out of the cart.
Alright, you do so. As you step out, a few merchants take notice of you. They don't react in any too interesting way. Some of you wave at you. Most of them are busy going about their business. There's definitely a sense of a lot of excitement around here. A lot of activity.
Does it look like I'm still in Trigov?
Oh, definitely. You recognize this spot actually, as you're still near the eye. Going down the structure would lead you to the room where you last saw the moose.
Alright. Is it like our cart that we were in, or is it...
It does indeed appear to be your own cart, and you do see Fleet Chaser. He's just slowly beginning to wake up. He's still somewhat clinging to sleep. But he's right next to the cart, unharmed, and everything seems normal with him.
Alright, hold on one second. Sorry, my roommate came in. I would like to go up to a merchant and be like, excuse me, what day is it?
Okay. I think it's Sunday? Why?
Sorry, I was just wondering the date, that's all. Thank you.
Okay. And he hastily makes a getaway. His arm full of what appears to be higher quality wood.
Alright, I'm gonna just go back to the cart and nudge Andre and Rayla again.
Alright. You nudge Andre. Andre, you wake up. You yourself feel particularly rejuvenated. You've slept very well. It's the best you've slept in quite a while. You have a full rest as well as 1 point amp HP.
Alright.
You have a nice little taste of fresh water in your mouth as you awake.
He'll sit up, kind of just rubs like his wrist. He's kind of like, he has a kind of glove with a like kind of, you know, his typical like long coat, so it's just kind of like just rubbing his wrist a little bit, and he just kind of looks over and goes, "Oh, it's you."
Are you guys okay?
Yeah. The question is, are
Layla.
you okay?
I had a talk with Tomas.
Uh-huh.
And maybe is gonna look down and she's gonna give like a big sigh and her shoulders kind of slouch and she looks a little defeated. She's wait, I don't know what I can tell you, but I probably did something very stupid. I don't know if it's gonna affect you guys. But right now, Tomas shouldn't be a big deal.
Your life, that's all that matters. Gonna try to shake Rayla awake.
As you try to, you find her very much asleep. At this point, I'd also just like to confirm that Yash will not be able to make it to this session, right? We're just here for a couple of minutes. I think she might have just gone and not DC'd because she didn't reply to the text message. So I'll assume she's not here anymore. As you try and shake her awake, you find that she's very deeply asleep. She's not snoring, but her breathing is very tempered, normal, casual, relaxed. As a matter of fact, looking at her face, you find it just a little bit different than last night. It feels more refreshed. But she very much does not wake.
Whatever. And he just sits back.
So, we're obviously out of the tunnel. When did you guys get out?
Huh?
When did you guys get out of the tunnel?
The tunnel?
The where we met up, you know, where I grabbed, where I tried to grab the diary, where like Thomas's office
Oh, I see.
in the museum.
Yeah, we just walked out. You
No,
fell.
I was passed out.
You fell. Rayla caught you. And we brought you out here.
Did anything else happen? Did you guys see like pink glowing eyes or?
I don't believe so.
Okay. I'm glad you guys are okay. So, what's our goal for today?
Andre's just looking at Mavis with his arms crossed.
Because we originally, came here for information. We could always go to the library. Yeah.
He does not say anything.
Mavis is like fidgeting at this point. Yeah, we could, and maybe find out some of what Tomas told us and, avoid him like the plague. Hey, I have a question for you. Oh, are you alright? Andre? You're not saying anything.
I know.
Why aren't you saying anything?
Well, I was hoping that you could acknowledge the fact that you almost got us all killed back there.
Oh, yeah. You guys dying wasn't gonna happen, but
How can you say that with such certainty? And regardless of that, even if you were the only one at risk, do you think we would stand for that?
well, I don't think I can die.
Really?
I just assumed. I mean, it seems like my name's like out of the books. I think I just would come back. I mean, but I'm sorry I put you in a situation. Can't promise it's not gonna happen again, but
No, that's the problem. I don't know what your problem is with authority or, anything like that. And obviously, yeah, we probably can't trust him. But in situations like that, you need to swallow your own pride and just wait things out. Just play along because we're all in this. And even if you can't die, we're all in this together. We're not going to let anyone harm you if we can.
I may have not thought things through all the way, and I'm sorry to have stressed you over that.
Ugh. I can't really talk that much, but that went smoother than I thought it would.
So it was really nice of you to say that, we're all in this together, right? Rilla's not waking up soon. I might have to ask something of you at some point in time.
And what's that?
So again, I had a chat with Tomas, while I was meh. And there might come a point in time where I need you to kill me. Now, I know I just said that I'm not sure I can die, but there's gotta be, like, something we can do, right? I mean, some parts of light, hurt me and stuff like that, so we'll figure it out, but there might come a point in time where I need you to murder me. We're good? We're good. Great. Okay.
No.
Also, how would you feel about going back to Bethunde?
I've thought about it. But there's something I need to take
How's
care of
that?
first.
Oh?
Hold on, I need to make sure I pronounce the name right. I need to go to Undreth.
Oh, the Flint shards, right?
Yeah. And can we circle back to killing you? I'm not doing that.
No, like you might need to. Like I like along the lines of I might be a plague on this earth. Like I'm not sure about it, but it might need to be deleted. That's fine. You'd be a hero. It'd be fine. It'd be good killing. I'm not saying now. I'm saying you might have to.
There is no good killing. The only heroes I know of are murderers.
Well, then we'll find another way. If you don't want to do it, but I figured you would be more chill with it than Rayla, but I guess I might have been wrong.
I've killed enough of my own friends. I'd rather not do it again.
Yeah. Okay. Well, and I'm gonna look around. Is anyone paying attention to us?
There's a lot of people going around, and you can just, with your massive perception, you can tell that a lot of them are already engaged in business discussions. And there's been quite a few transactions going on while you were speaking, easily in the sums of hundreds of golds right now. In addition to that, both you and Andre, have started to hear a faint melody, like the ocean swooshing. It seems to be coming from somewhere near Andre.
Why do I hear waves?
He's gonna fish into his bag, and he's just gonna like pull out this seashell, just kind of holding it close to him.
The sound does indeed appear to be coming from it, and it's much stronger than what you've heard from it before. Much stronger.
Wait, where'd you guys get that from? What is it?
It was a gift. But something happened to it. It used
Did you always have?
Well, yeah, I mean, it used to just be a seashell. Well, I mean, it still looks like one at least.
What else isn't? Is it a phone?
No, it has some strange connection to the other half of it.
And where is the other half of it?
I don't know.
Okay, well, why am I hearing it now?
I'm not sure. A lot of this stuff is beyond me. And I mean, I told Rayla while you were out, so I should tell you too. And he kind of moves one of his sleeves down. As you see, like all around his wrists are like some deep burns, like rope burn scars. And he just says, I was a POW for about 2 months. All this stuff happened after I was freed from that. I'm not sure what caused it. It was just how it was when I got back.
Okay. Is there any light pink mark on Andre?
On Andre, no, there isn't.
So it's
However,
only on me?
the marks indeed were only on you. However, Andre's shell that he took out is indeed a light pink that's very similar to your own. The pattern, there is no actual pattern on it, but it is very smooth, almost perfectly.
Oh. So are the pink marks obvious?
Like, you have the pink marks that were on you, almost like tattoos, were they look like just one straight line that went all the way from your hand up to your to both your arms, and most likely were on the rest of your body as well. They have since then faded, and Andre has not seen them once.
So that like dumb thing I did, and I'm gonna roll up my sleeves. I don't know how much help I'm gonna be in the future. I'm not gonna lie, when I first woke up, I couldn't move. I don't know if this is because of that, but I will admit that this probably has something to do with Toman.
I see.
I don't know how much control I'll have over myself in the future. But if you wanted more information from him, I think he might be willing to talk to you if I wasn't involved.
I got what I needed from him.
Okay. Because he knows a lot. I just don't know if pursuing that knowledge is the best, and this whole thing with the gods is still leaving a sour taste in my mouth.
Yeah. I should be fine. I mean, it might be in my best interest to find more, but I mean, the stuff with this, as he kind of gestures to the seashell, the little that I have looked into it, apparently I can break it to heal myself, but it dooms the other piece. And it means a lot to me. So I couldn't bring myself to shatter it. And I hope it never comes to that. So I'm just a little afraid about what some other things I have might mean. It's not, well, it's the only one that makes sound, but I have some other things that have some, they have some strange writing on it after I got back. Or, I guess I should say rescued.
If you don't mind me asking, because you were part of Bethende's army, right?
Yeah.
Then who were you captured by?
I believe. I need to make sure I get it's the Halcyon.
Oh, look at that.
Yes.
Yeah,
okay.
is it
So what's
Halcyon
that
Empire?
Yes, it is indeed the whole
Okay.
thing.
I wanted to make sure I had like the second part right. I was like, I know it's the Halcyon.
Yeah, it's the Empire.
I keep forgetting. Is that the elf one?
No, the elf one is Soine. As you keep talking, the seashell in your hand, Andre, its volume seems to grow somewhat. And it's a bit weird. You almost don't want to put it away. You want to keep hearing from it. Maybe hearing more from it.
But does it normally do this?
No.
Maybe it wants you to follow it.
Kind of just gets a sad look on his face.
Oh, I mean, I want to go to Bethende and see if I can track some stuff down. Maybe we'll find the other half there.
Maybe. I'm not sure what I'll even gain from it. It's just mementos at this point.
I mean, could be destiny. Asking you to follow that. I mean,
I really hope that everything that has happened wasn't destined.
I can understand that. I kind of just want this all to be done. My like tattoos, are they like faded more, or are they just staying this level of faded?
They have completely vanished, and when you first were able to move again, they had already completely vanished. So they are completely invisible. Andre has not seen them at all.
Oh, I thought, okay. Alright, sorry, my brain is somewhere else right now. Alright, well. Shit, well, I gotta wait for Rayla to get up. Why don't we go to the library then?
I actually have been to the library. Well, we both went to the library.
Oh, what'd you guys find out then?
I have something that I need to do a bit more research on, and there's another thing I found that I can't really talk about here.
Maybe we should find someone somewhere a bit more secure to talk then.
Yeah. But I have a question for you, or I guess I should say multiple.
Yes.
So, in the vision I had in that white room, I learned that the worms that you, well, most likely is whatever you have got going with you, that they were made as like a side effect, so to speak, by, I don't have a name, it was, the only name I got was she who would inflict the greatest wound. Do you happen to know who that is?
I mean, I've heard of the wound. And I've heard someone mention her before. And I really don't know much about her. Cause can I roll to see if I remember anything more of that?
We'll need to be very specific here.
Ah, fuck. Cause I know one of the visions I had. I forget. I think it was with Moss Boy. He mentioned her specifically.
Mm-hmm. You remember what he said about her?
Was she the one who, was it, killed the son or something? Or, like, am I remembering that completely wrong?
You do have keen mind, so I'll tell you this. You do indeed remember some mention of indeed someone, a she, killing a son. The son.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. I believe she killed the son, and that, I think that's what causes the wound, and I'm putting that in quotes.
That's interesting. I read a poem last night that mentioned something about there being an old son.
The son in rags?
No,
Perhaps.
just old sun. It was a poem, so it was pretty vague. But apparently there was another sun before the one that we have was there. But I remember you also mentioned something about an egg.
An egg? Yes. It was one of the visions. It was of me, but, you know, me before this, coming out of an egg.
Do you know anything about the Glory Wars?
Do I know anything about the Glory Wars?
You can roll a history check like with,
Thank you.
starting with a -10 if you'd like.
Oh, yeah. I'll take the chance. It's better to try and fail than never try at all, right? But you said a -10?
Yes.
It's an 8.
With an 8, you can't quite recall anything like that. You do seem to recall mad mutterings you've heard somewhere. I mentioned something vaguely like it. A small, soft voice, but you can't recall anything of actual substance.
I don't know anything.
Alright.
Glory Wars? What's the Glory Wars?
That's the thing. I'm assuming it's something ancient. Because, well, I could be misreading this, but I was told about those who were born from stone, which I believe are people like us. And after the Glory Wars, we were the only ones left. So, whatever it is, it's old.
People born from stone?
Yeah. Or I guess it might not just be us, it might also include animals and things like that. I don't know, the vision I had, it's a little hard to dissect.
Yeah, well, I admit though, I've heard a possible. I don't remember where it even was. I mean, I think I've heard the name, the Glory Wars. But that could be referenced to anything.
Wait a second. When you lived in Bethende, who was leading it at that time? And this could be really important. So I really need you to just think hard. And I'd like to give her bardic inspiration.
Sure. How do you give her bardic inspiration?
Just like that, you know, like just like hands on shoulders, like please, just you got this. I know things have been rough, but maybe we're onto something here.
All right, Rama, DM. Do I know who was leading Bethende at that time?
You will need to roll that roll again with a minus. Yeah, -10.
Oh,
It's been a long while.
it's been a long while and I had trauma.
A couple things happened.
Andre, I have to admit, I don't have the best memory of, like, you know, before. You said bardic inspiration.
Yeah,
so
you
what
got a
is that?
D6.
A D6.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we might be good, y'all. I hope.
The highest can go is a 20. Actually, no, you might have a bonus to it.
Okay, so I got. And this is a history check?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got that plus. I did roll a 19.
That's pretty good.
So, yeah, so plus the 3, so that's 21. At 11, plus I rolled a 2, so that's a 13 in total.
A 13. With that, it's a bit hard for you to recall any specifics, But you do recall vaguely hearing about a queen in Ralathon. Names in particular escape you, but it was around the time there was a new queen in that region.
And how do you spell that?
Like it's pronounced, Ralathon.
Ralathond? Okay. Uh, okay, and Mavis is like closing her eyes, touching her head. There was a new queen, I think, in a Ralathond.
Andre's
Yeah,
eyes
there's.
kind of go wide as you mention Ralathon.
Is this good?
Well, that's where I lived,
Oh,
but that doesn't. Well, if we're talking about the same queen, that doesn't make any sense, right?
I mean, I don't know. I was pretty young then. How old are? No, I'm older than you. I thought.
Yeah.
I would have been before. Yeah. I would have been a young kid then. I think. But why?
You might be much older than we thought.
Hmm?
I mean, unless you aged rapidly. Because the last one before the queen right now
Hold on,
was a
wait.
king.
Robert. Hold on.
Mhm.
Hold on. When I was asking about who the queen was, I meant my time like running around on the streets.
Yeah, that's how I understood that.
Okay, all right. I
Mhm.
just want to make sure. Okay.
You vaguely remember rumors and words on the street that next queen had been selected.
Okay.
A little bit about a coronation, but no like
Okay.
settled details like names or specific dates fit into your mind.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely the queen had been selected.
Huh. So, at the very least, you could be at least one generation older.
What?
The last person who ruled before the newest queen right now, currently, was a king. So unless something happened, I don't know. History wasn't my strong suit, so
But I saw her and she was young. So I didn't lose years. Did I? I don't think I lost time though. I couldn't have lost time. Because she was in the vision, she was slightly older.
who?
Oh. And, someone, shit, I didn't realize I was speaking out loud. Someone I grew up with. I knew her as a child. And she would still be considered a child when I saw her again. I mean, Galad aged, but And she was an L. Oh. You pursued a more traditional path of magic, right?
I'm assuming the way I do magic is not traditional.
No?
Bards are indeed in the minority of spellcasters, and they're seen somewhat like druids as weird magic people. But bards are more accepted due to the idea of words and notes having their own power, being more accepted than leaves having power.
Okay. So yeah, he'll just be like, not really.
I think we might need to find a wizard.
Why is that?
Well, with the hours, they predominantly study the more traditional paths of magic. They could be more in tune with that. Also, maybe one of them could be able to tell how old I am. Because I am confused.
Maybe. I don't know.
I mean, we don't work like trees, right? We don't have rings.
No. I'm not sure.
Wait, what if you casted Identify on me?
I think that only works on objects. Yeah, I have to choose an object. Oh,
What?
okay. I'm gonna try to cast it on her. Because, if she is considered dead by, I don't know, the cosmos, then she would be considered an object.
Yeah,
I am a walking corpse.
HBO is gonna sue you.
But I can heal her, though, so, that doesn't make sense. Because if Cure Wounds work, it's a creature I touch.
What if you're, not healing my body, you're, healing my soul?
Well, that's kind of, I think that's how Cure Wounds kind of works, but it's still a creature. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna try to cast Identify on her.
Yeah, let's try it.
How does it look?
Do we want to, wait, do we want to do this in, a not out in the open, or do we want to just...
I mean, I don't see a problem with doing it out here.
Andre, what if it's, Wait, you have to sing, right? Are you sure you want to sing in front of these people?
I don't have to sing. I haven't fully sung in a while.
Also, on the off chance that, this works, and it says what I am, and it turns out to be some abomination or whatever, who's to say we're not about to get chased out?
Listen. Oh, I'm the only one who gets that information, and regardless, that doesn't matter. Let's see.
Okay.
Well, should be fine.
Okay, then. Hit me.
It's not how it works. Well, that is loot. And he does just, slowly kind of strums each line, each one as he just goes down. And he's not going to do the ritual, just for brevity. So, even with that, even as a spell, it's 1 minute. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I guess he'll just kind of start playing, just a peaceful tune. And for the verbal aspect, he'll just say, all shall be revealed. That is there to be revealed.
Do you just keep repeating that over and over?
No, he just says it
for
once.
1 minute. You don't? Oh.
It's not gonna make people go insane with it.
I'm gonna spend too much time with the moose. He's starting to speak in riddles too. Alright, you do cast that. And after the time has passed, you do feel your magic starting to go into Mavis, try and peer into her. But clearly there's no echo from it. You don't have the same response you do when doing it with an item. You do, however, get a response from something deep inside of Mavis. You get the
Fucking
feeling
curse.
something's trying to leave. Something is building up.
That
So, what's the verdict?
That-
Am I a creature? Am I living?
it partially worked, sort of.
Wait, really?
Yeah, that shouldn't happen. I mean, I didn't learn anything except for that there is something in your soul, I guess. I'm not sure, but it's trying to escape. I couldn't tell what it is, though. Just that it's there.
Do you think it might be the curse?
What curse?
Part of the reason we came was to ask that because I'm cursed.
I mean, is it a curse? Curses aren't really my thing, so I don't know.
It was a curse. This happened a couple days ago in game, right? So Mavis would know it was a curse.
That was literally like 30 hours ago, maybe.
Okay.
Yeah. It was that's part of the reason why we came back was to ask about and get it possibly removed from a wizard.
Okay.
It could be the curse, in which case, did you just say it was growing? It's like wanting to come out like now, or
Well, it's trying to. I couldn't tell the
should
progress.
we be a bit... Should we be like, are we on a timestamp? Am I about to like explode or something? Or should we deal with this now?
I don't think there's anything we can do to deal with it.
I'm pretty sure curse breaking's a thing.
Wait, hold on.
We went through
'Cause,
this
like-
last time.
Because, like, I as a player know about certain spells, but I need to know if someone he knew. Well, it would have to go through, like, not
someone
only.
you knew did.
Well,
and
someone
we
he
met her
knows would have to be
before.
a high enough level wizard at that time, and then also them tell him about that spell, because he wouldn't really know.
Andre would know that and that a certain spellcaster that he knows who I'm talking about does indeed have the abilities to work magic over curses.
Yeah.
Not exactly something particularly recent. The one magical abilities you didn't know about her was that apparently she can teleport now.
Yeah, that was crazy. But, yeah.
Oh, what's that from?
So, you know, if there are ways to deal with that. I mean, I am not capable of that.
Do you think we have to go to Pacente?
I mean, it's a place to start. But that's if I make it out of Undreth alive, or as myself.
Change isn't too bad, I think.
What?
I mean, I used to have black hair.
Yeah. That's... Huh.
And, like, I definitely bled. I can tell you that much.
You know, I didn't think about it, but I could probably assume so.
And, like, get cuts and have them heal normal time and not... and feel pain and the cold and
Yeah, but I feel like being changed, or I forgot the exact wording he used, by whatever, primordial knowledge is in that, probably isn't going to be good.
I mean, you can join me in the Abomination Squad.
Do you really think?
Apparently, they're more like me, so.
I mean, do you really think of yourself as an abomination? I mean,
More and more people are telling me I am one, so.
so you just take it?
They would know more than I would.
I guess. But I wouldn't recommend you call yourself that.
It doesn't have to be an insult. It could just be what I am.
Well, when you accept some things, and if you treat yourself a certain way, you'll find that you start acting the way people would expect you to. Just a little heads up. Maybe it's different here.
Maybe. I don't know. They keep saying I'm gonna destroy the world, so. You never know. Alright, so what are we doing today?
Well, I'd like to go to Undreth. Unless you have some business here. We also need to get food for Fleet Chaser.
Let's pick up some supplies. I'd like to get armor, actually.
I will say I have 5 gold. Yeah. Rayla had to pay for the books I got.
I have 168.
You knew precisely how much you had, Double. Don't lie.
I didn't, actually. I thought she maybe had like 75 or something.
That specifically came up last session.
Well, because I know it came up, but I never went through with it, because I, as a player, felt bad. Because, like, no, I can't do that.
Oh, are you gonna steal my money?
I considered it, but then it's like, I'd feel bad, so I'm not gonna do it.
Yeah, don't worry about it in the future.
Yeah.
If you need it, you need it.
I mean, I don't really need anything, really.
Well, I would like to get some better equipment for myself, at least.
Well, let's get started
the last
then.
few fights, I feel like I kind of got hit a lot.
Yeah.
Let's go then.
Yep. Gonna hop on out.
I see. You do so? What about you, Mavis?
I've already been outside the cart, so.
Okay. As you both set out, Mavis, I'd like you to roll a dice. Doesn't matter which one. Just say dice.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Doesn't matter which one?
Doesn't matter which one.
Okay.
You can bust out the D100 if you want. That's what we use often.
D100? Okay. Rolling. Okay. Post it?
Yeah.
Okay.
50. Oh, okay, so an even roll. Alright. And now that you've rolled that, I'd like you to roll me a D12, please.
Okay. I'm scared.
Yeah, lucky. The first roll and it's already even. Lucky you.
Here's my D12. Hold on. I'll just do this on D&T Beyond then. Fuck. No, that's not what I wanted. Where's my thingy? Blah, blah, blah. I forgot how to do this. How do I roll on D20? I mean, on D&D Beyond.
You
On
at the
the
bottom
left.
left.
Oh, it's in the left corner. Sorry, I was looking at the
Yeah.
wrong corner.
Fool.
Ten.
10? Okay.
Mhm.
Don't about it. And you both step out of the car, and you find yourself amongst the crowd. There's a sizable amount of people right now. All around this space, there's carts and there's setups of shops and the like. And there's a good few hundred people just out and about carrying merchandise, buying stuff, bags under their arms and over their backs. There's a lot of activity here. You can see quite a few of them seem to be a bit more eccentric than the rest. One elven man in particular, walking around with a teal cape, seems to be asking questions to some people. About once in every 3 people, he gets a slap on the cheek, rather forceful one, and gets sent away. That doesn't seem to deter him for too long, though. So you said you wanted to check for supplies for your trips, right? You're looking for a building in particular?
I'd like to get some armor upgrade.
Mm-hmm. You're looking for a leather tainer or an armor shop?
Oh, I can go up to medium armor. Preferably not leather. Something more than leather.
Alright, so you're looking for medium armors for an armor, as well as food for fleet chaser. That's correct?
Mm-hmm.
Alright. What about Andre? You got your eyes on something in particular while you're walking around?
I'd like to look around and see if there's anyone here that looks kind of like that they've worked in this kind of like market area for a while.
Oh yeah, there's definitely quite a few people here who seem more than used to the environment. In particular, as you walk around, you can see that many dwarves seem very much settled in their crafts. Unsurprisingly, you can see a smithy. It seems more on the prestigious side, with light gold flourishes on the sign. Looking inside, you can see 4 dwarves and 1 elf. There's 3 dwarven women. The elven person is also a woman, and the other people are men. They all seem to be striking their metals with practiced ease. The elven woman, however, seems to be not struggling a bit, but dissatisfied with her work. Although there doesn't seem to be any drop in quality, it's easy just looking at her face that she's hoping for more or faster work.
All right.
Other than that, most other craftsmen here seem quite competent in their trade, and the farmers don't even need to speak. Just looking at their produce clearly shows the practice and time they've put into it.
All right. He'd like to walk in.
Into the smithy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you do so. As you pass by the sign, you are greeted by a man. He's clad in rather posh clothes, with an outline of red on the slightly yellowed inside. Ah, we got a customer. What up?
Hello, I have a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
And he kind of gets like a serious expression on his face as he kind of looks around a bit and goes, you all seem like you've been here for a while. So I was wondering if you've seen a few merchants that had the strange quirk of they seem to get agitated whenever asked about what they were selling.
Well, you get a lot of these, especially the damn elves when they come down here. Um, I get those are quite common. Are you looking for a type of person in particular?
I believe so. And DM, just to clarify, on the like from the assignment that Akins gave us, they did mention it was just 2 werewolves, right?
They did mention it was two individuals. Yes.
He'll say it's a duo. 2 people seem to. They seem to have made some camp around here.
Some camp. I don't remember much about it. Oh wait, no, I remember. That doesn't quite fit your description, but a little while ago, a merchant duo came by. Was a man maybe in his early 30s, and a woman was actually a beast woman. I think she was a fox person. I don't know how things work. I don't really interact so much with the beast folk. But no, I remember them because they were quite good. They got more than a penny walking around the shops and selling their things. What was their name? He seems puzzled for a moment and scratches at his beard before turning around to the other smiths behind him. What do you remember the name of that one duo that came by about a week ago? Y'all turned to him quickly and nod disapprovingly, like they don't remember. Well, I guess that's that. That's the only duo I can think of.
Interesting.
So, can I help you with something else? Looking for armor? Maybe something to deal some damage?
Unfortunately, I do not. But thank you for your time, and he'll hand the guy a gold.
He takes it. Okay. Well, you you have a good one.
You
And
as well.
he turns around and goes to the elven woman smith. Begins talking to her about a particular technique.
And I'll just, follow where Mavis went.
Alright, you do so, having parted with 20% of your money.
Indeed, indeed.
Alright. Has Mavis wandered off pretty far at this point?
Probably not. She she looks visibly confused. She has no idea what to ask for, even if she can afford anything. But she's like, I don't want to be hit anymore. She looks very confused and she's wandering around.
Andre, you should be able to spot Mavis fairly easily, as she's one of the only people wandering aimlessly around here. Everyone else is quite intent on their destinations, and clearly they're here for business.
No, if you keep walking around like that, you're gonna get robbed. Or targeted.
I mean,
Well, maybe this place isn't as dangerous.
I feel like I would notice if someone tried to rob me, though.
Yeah, I mean, whenever... It doesn't matter.
You do know I know the tricks of the trade, right?
Yeah? Well,
So,
the places I come from are a bit more violent.
you don't think I've come from violent places?
Makes sense.
So, I'm trying to find something that I can wear.
So you're looking for armor?
Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Cause we seem to be getting hit, kind of like heavy, and I need to focus on healing you guys, not myself. So
Well, I just came from an armor place. for a smithy.
How expensive is armor typically? I've never really had to buy it before.
Would I know, DM?
You have dealt a bit with armors, mostly in regards of getting armors for your subordinates. So you know that by package deals you can get better deals. Um, Generally it depends on the type of armor you want. Heavier armor will cost you more, and sometimes it's possible to have them imbued with magic or made with particular materials that are particularly good against certain types of blows or that sort of stuff. Generally, if you're getting basic armor, they'll fetch about 100 gold. It lasts a bit more depending on what it is.
All right,
Upper shelf stuff is much more expensive.
he'll relay that.
100 gold? Did you get food for fleet, Jacer?
I did not. I don't
Okay,
know how to
separate
take care of a horse. That was all done for me.
Right, forgot. Okay. I'll go. Alright, where was the guy you said? The armory or whatever?
Yeah, he points in the direction he just came from.
Alright, Mavis is gonna walk up. Or walk towards the guy.
Oh, hello. I see you're back. So, you're looking for something to buy here?
Oh, hello, my friend says you sell armor.
That we do.
Right.
I got every type of armor here that uses metal. I got scales, I got chain, I got plate, I got half breast, I got everything. What can I do for you?
Oh, okay, what are the cheaper products you have? Sorry, we're on a bit of a budget.
The cheapest thing I have is probably this, give me a moment. And
If I have to Google this, you have to too.
oh, I already have it right in front of me, don't worry. He goes, turns around and starts ruffling through a few shelves. And after a few moments, he picks out a chain shirt. It seems a little bit old. Clearly, the metalwork on this is very good, though. It's just not been cleaned quite as much. I got this here chain shirt I could sell you. I could give you about, let's say, 75 for it. It's great because you don't need to be particularly strong to wear it, and you see with the design it makes very little noise. So if you're trying to sneak anywhere, like in one of these dungeons I hear adventurers go in all these times, you'll be able to be a bit more sneaky.
It looks pretty old though. Could we perhaps, lower the price a little?
Well, that's why it's so low. It's because it's a little bit older. I can give you a pretty clean one if you want, just 5 gold more.
Is he scamming me?
Hmm?
Is he scamming me? Can I roll?
Go over insight on this, yes?
Yeah. Fuck. Okay. What is my insight? Oh, it's +8. Okay. So that's a 11.
11, not great. It's a bit hard to tell since you've never really bought armor before, so you don't know what market prices are. You do know that dwarven smithing is particularly renowned for its quality, so even though it seems outrageous, maybe this is just a perfectly natural price. As a matter of fact, many people overhear this conversation, and none of them seem particularly taken aback. So, maybe this is natural?
Andre, is this normal?
He just seems like it.
Okay. Uh, sure. I'll take the one you showed first.
Okay. And he takes it out. He as he takes it out, he puts it in a small box made of wood. Not exactly any luxurious thing, but it's enough to hold it safe. And there you go. Money, please.
And I'll pass it over.
All right.
75, right?
Yep, $75 dues. And there you go. How do you need to buy armor? Are you going to are you part of an army or anything like that? I could sell you armor too. We make our very own product here, and I can attest personally as to their quality. You won't find anybody doubting craftsmanship around here.
Wait, what are you trying to sell me?
I was saying we also have armor. We also have weapon in addition to armor. If you're going into any dangerous scenario, nothing beats a good punch.
He's gonna like,
defend best offense.
yeah, I'm just gonna elbow Mavis as she said that.
What?
Be polite.
I just didn't hear him. I'm sorry. Was that impolite? No, thank you. But thanks for the armor.
Okay.
I don't do the heavy lifting around for us.
Yeah, neither of you seem to type for battle axe, really.
Yeah, I'd probably fall over.
Yeah. We do have knives and scythes if you're interested in these. They work particularly well for unaware targets. That seems a bit more your type, doesn't it?
I'm good, but thank you. Andre, do you want anything?
No, thank you. But I do have one more question.
You
Mm-hmm.
That duo I asked you about earlier, did you happen to know what direction they were going?
Oh boy, let me remember. I think they were headed to and they were headed further east. I think they were gonna pass by Undrith and then go to Calron. I think they had one spot in particular in Calron, but I can't remember that.
Okay,
don't want you to go to both those places.
thank you so much. And he'll just walk out.
Don't want you to go to both those places. That last city also sounds familiar. I'm saying this to Andre.
I don't... Not that I immediately remember.
That name sounds familiar.
I know Cauldron was mentioned, but...
Yeah.
Cauldron, Calron. Here, let me get in the chat. It always happened with names.
dang it, I thought it was with a C.
No,
Calron?
Elron.
Cauldron. Yeah, I know that name was mentioned, but I don't believe I had anything needed to do there.
How long ago did he find the merchants? Or did he see them?
A week ago.
Oh, so he can't hitch a ride. Okay. Well, it
no,
looks like...
those are the werewolves.
Well, yeah.
Why would we hitch a ride?
Well, they could be friendly.
Maybe?
I mean, they're going to the same place we want to go, so...
They might be already past it at this point.
By the way, have we seen any of those merchants from that one fucking country? What country is it?
I think you mean the oily ones, and they are from Calron as well. And
Calron, yeah.
yeah, and yes, you can see quite a few of them. In fact, in this particular marketplace, there's gonna be a good half dozen of them. They seem to be mainly focused on small quantities of product, and there doesn't appear to be any sort of direct merchandise they're aiming for right now. It's almost like they're not quite here to buy stuff.
Oh, yeah, and Basende went to war with which country again recently?
Malta. Here, put it in chat.
Thank you. Because, like, I feel like we never followed that up either.
What's up?
Yeah, the list goes on. Well, let's go get food for her horse so he doesn't starve again.
Yeah.
Do you guys have water?
I have a water skin.
Does it have water in it?
I mean, I guess I'll check it.
It's got a bit of water in it. It could be more full.
Yeah.
It's not been so much of an issue because whenever you pass by a stream or anything, I assumed you refilled it.
Wait,
So-
can't Rayla just summon any food that she wants?
Yes.
Wait, why the fuck are we gonna buy food then?
Listen, I didn't know if specifically it could also do like the food, food that we could give specifically to Fleet Chaser.
Like Carcopia. Bountiful.
Yeah, listen, I didn't know all the stuff it could do. Okay, I wasn't sure.
Is this all we gotta do here then?
Probably.
Like, did you guys look into like my stuff at all when you went to the library?
We didn't know what to look into.
Did you research about the hours at all?
Kind of, but you shouldn't say that too loud.
Why not?
It's illegal.
What?
Ah, he's gonna like just kind of like pull Mavis along towards the cart. Like, ugh, you have no subtlety whatsoever.
As you do drag her along, you do notice that there's quite a bit of looks aimed at you, and people seem to be expressly stepping out of your way. Those are people that were close to you.
Just amateur.
I still don't know what I did wrong. Why is it illegal?
Shush. You don't.
Just for the record, for clarity here, Mavis, you know full well why. And it has been in your, where you've lived, too. Just for clarity's sake.
Mavis might understand this, but me, Daria, does not. What's happening? I feel like I'm forgetting something really important right now.
I believe it's called common sense, but that's okay, I forgive you.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he will explain it once they get to a spot where it's more private.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so you walk away, and after a moment, you do indeed arrive at a spot that is significantly smaller. There's far less people. Do you return immediately to the cart, or are you aiming for like a little back alley stop?
Just the cart.
Alright. That doesn't take you too long. You are already next to one of the bigger markets. You do manage to wriggle your way out of people, and you make your way there.
Okay, so writings on the hours and all that stuff is super illegal. That's that thing I mentioned earlier that I couldn't talk about.
Okay.
And when I mention that something is illegal, don't just exclaim it in public.
Wait, how is that loudly? I said what really loudly?
Yeah, that brings attention.
What, me asking what's illegal?
Yes.
But, like, that's me learning so I don't break laws.
Yes, but that still casts suspicion.
But, like, I need to learn that something's illegal, you know, so I don't do it.
Yes, but Mavis, I have one of those illegal books, so we can't afford to draw attention to ourselves.
Well, see, I didn't know that.
See, yeah, that's why you just, we don't be so loud about these things.
Listen, you're the one that almost got arrested last time.
Okay, that's not the point.
As you
Fine.
talk amongst yourself, you can see one person wearing that same merchant crest, the oily one. That's a snake twisted in the shape of a scale, kind of passing by and snickering at you. After just a few seconds, they're out of sight.
See, they're on my side.
I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers. I'm kidding.
Are you?
Yes,
Are
I'm not
you?
gonna. I'm not gonna murder someone randomly because they laughed.
Oh, I thought you meant at me.
No.
All right.
Let's just get out of here.
There you go.
Okay. Oh yeah, chainmail. Come on.
Put on the chainmail.
Chain shirt, not chain. Sorry.
Yes, that is indeed what it is. So you get back in the car. Rayla doesn't seem to have changed at all, actually. As you step in, she's still sleeping as soundly as before. The same calm breathing.
If someone falls into a trance again, I'm gonna lose it.
You fucking tell me, Double.
You do it you do it every other day. And now Rayla too?
Yeah, you tell
Who
him.
must not be named just want to communicate with us. What can I say? Wait, but like it's also illegal here because I feel like Tomas is like a fanboy.
I think he kind of uses that position to his advantage.
Mm,
Because no one's going to
Okay.
question him.
I still don't understand why they let
Especially if they
an
confiscate it.
organization- Hmm. Wait, then how? Okay, whatever. I don't want to know. Let's go. Let's leave. Get me far away from that man.
Okay.
Can he see through me? I don't know.
Aren't you
Alright,
the
let's
one
go.
who... Never mind. Never mind. He's just gonna
What?
start just steer. He's just gonna get
I
to
was-
Fleet Chaser.
Alright, you get the card ready to go. Fleet Chaser lets you settle into the card without too much fuss. He seems rather pleased to actually get moving again.
Bad.
I assume you're headed out of the city?
Mm-hmm. Towards Undreth.
Yeah.
Alright. You leave, once more, you exit the streets, you pass by a huge number of people. It takes you a long while. Traffic is very heavy, and it takes you a good hour to reach the end of the city. As you pass by the gates, the guard stops you, as always. And they do the same investigation. They ask you to step out.
Okay. He'll step out.
Hey, Andre or Double.
Yeah, buddy.
Double.
Second time now, huh?
Uh,
You didn't think this through, did you?
I'm going to. Okay, before we get to the guards, I'm gonna elbow Andre and be like, "Hey, is it just one book?"
Yeah.
I'm whispering, hand it over."
Well, actually, I need to ask. Wasn't the cover just shredded?
It wasn't shredded, but it had been sliced.
Okay, I thought the cover was just unintelligible. Then I will try to hide it.
No, it's been slashed like it was a razor.
Yeah, I
Okay,
thought it
now
was
you
just
hide
like
it.
messed up.
No.
I'd like to slide it like right, just like down. I don't know how to describe it. Like right, just kind of like down his like right under his like leather armor.
Okay, so it's like underneath your armor, like padding.
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a sleight of hand check.
All right.
You should be good at this.
I should be. 16.
Okay, that's pretty good.
It's gonna be like, "Do you want me to help you?" And just me shoving it down further.
Yeah. Okay, now step on out. A small gestures at you to get out of the car.
One of them, our people's unconscious, so just letting y'all know.
Oh, that's okay. I'll go look at it. At him. Oh, come on out.
All right.
Coming.
He does so.
Wait, it's you again. I've seen.
Yep.
Wow, you come and go, huh?
Yep.
Oh well, that'll be.
Yep.
And he comes to you, Andre, first. Arms to the side, please.
He complies.
And he begins to search you. That's a 4, so he doesn't find much. He just quickly pats the side of your body, and clearly he's not putting in quite as much effort as maybe he should be. Okay, you're good. And you, lady, come forward.
And I walk forward.
And he goes to search you as well, and that's a 9, so he doesn't find much either. I don't remember what did you roll when you rolled for how you hid the seeds again? I don't remember.
Yeah,
the
that was
number.
like 4 sessions ago at this point, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming it was high because my sleight of hand I'm proficient in.
Yeah. Okay. Here, roll it again.
Okay.
I'll say since it's been quite a while, you probably have to put them back in wherever you put them.
Okay.
Like them.
Sleight of hand. All right.
You just
Also,
gotta
is this the elven guard?
No, this one's a gnome. You can see the elven guard, however, is in the guardhouse a bit far away. He's not currently looking at you. He's overseeing the fields of food, and he seems quite taken in them.
Okay, I got 15.
15 does beat 9, so you pass. Okay, that's good. Let me go see that woman. And he goes for the guard to reach for Rayla. Huh, well, she looks okay. She's breathing, just sleeping. Let me look if he's got anything. And as he reaches out for Rayla, he stops his hand halfway through. What can I? Do you have anybody invisible here?
No.
No?
He's gonna look like, can any of us do that?
I mean, I can, but I'm not.
I mean, there was that one time.
Oh. Do you want us to help? I mean,
No, it's just it feels like someone's holding my. And he's got you can see he's got his hand outstretched, like he's reaching out to touch Rayla, and he's just stuck there. Kind of tries to move it away and like he's forcing against someone.
Huh. I'm just gonna get up in there. He's gonna like kind of wave his hand in the general vicinity where someone would be standing if they were holding him.
Yeah, no, it doesn't look like there's anybody. Wait,
That's
oh, and suddenly he jerks forward like something that held him back just lifted. Oh, whoa. Huh.
you good? You good?
Maybe I need to drink a little less. She's probably okay. He doesn't even bother petting her down as he steps outside of the car,
Can I
trembling a little bit.
make an insight check on him? Like, are those words his own? 16?
As you look at him closely, and try and just look at his expression. He seems to be sweating a little bit and seems genuinely confused here. It's, if anyone's impersonating him or directing his thoughts, it's a bit weird that he'd go through the process of an effort of making him sweat.
Alright then.
All right, well, you should be good to go. Like always, a little disc, and he gives you both the small black disc that you got last time. All right, and you're good to go.
Thank you. I'll start going.
All right, you do so. I assume Mavis is in the car as well.
Yeah.
All right. You both get in the car, and as you set out, you pass by the very dense and lush fields of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of crops. They all seem to be so healthy, so juicy, so well grown. It's almost incongruous. How does that happen in just one small place like this? You eventually
Blood
arrive.
sacrifice.
Oh, sorry, go on.
That was making a joke. I said blood sacrifice.
I mean,
To be honest, I wouldn't be surprised if Tommaso's sacrificing people.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, that does feel in character for him.
Right? No.
As you arrive to the second checkpoint, there's two guards that steps out. One of them is a dwarven woman. She seems a bit advanced in age, and the other one is an elven man. He seems equally aged, though clearly dwarves and elves do not live quite as long as it. And they both stop you. Oh, okay, come on out now.
He complies.
Yep. Complying.
All right. They quickly take out the small black disc, and they both wave you goodbye. Okay, you can go. As they sit back down in their watchtower, you can see quickly they seem to have some sort of game laid out on a table, and they almost don't watch you pass by as you leave. Clearly focus on the game. Ooh, I didn't know you could do that move. And you're back out on the road. The weather itself is quite nice. There's a bit of sun, a few clouds, and a nice gentle breeze that passes over you. It still feels so refreshing right now. And Seashell Andre begins to whir back to life after a few minutes. A small song fills the car. You can hear Rayla sing it softly. You do anything during your trip?
Hey, Mavis, could you take the reins for a second?
Yeah. Sure. And I'll take the reins, and I'm gonna glance at Rayla every now and then.
She seems okay. It seems like she's just sleeping. Her face looks completely normal, and even it seems a bit healthier than usual. There's a nice
Hello?
little glow to it.
Oh no. Not again.
Okay. He...
Daria?
Oh, she might have crashed.
She might have.
She, like, predicted it. Or maybe it was... Oh, maybe it was delayed.
Oh yeah, or maybe my voice just started getting robot-y.
I don't know.
Okay.
What? Wait.
Hello?
Hello.
Uh,
Rama. Oh no, man, first you crashed and then he was like, and then he said my name and then he crashed, I think. Oh no, what's happening? Is it on me?
hello.
Hello?
I'm back. Okay.
Oh, this is
Oh
so
boy.
scuffed. I don't know what's happening because like you're disconnecting and she's disconnecting. Apparently I'm fine, I think. Maybe it's
Yeah.
me.
Nah, I think you're good. I had a second flag. I just checked. I think it might have been Outro because I tried to connect on Valorant and it just worked.
Huh.
I'm back and it's working. So maybe it just had a sputter. Daria, can you hear us? I think that's a no. I'll give her just a sec. I gotta go. I kind of fucked my vocal cords somehow, so I need to drink a lot of water. Give
Okay.
me just.
Yeah, man, go for it. Oh.
Oh, that's a big crash. Damn. Oh, okay. Can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, that's good.
You're a little low.
I'm a little low. How about this? I'm a bit closer to my mic now.
That's better.
Okay, I don't know how, but I just keep fucking my mouth. Like 2 weeks ago, I got mouth ulcers, and apparently that's like a condition I have now. It's gonna be like that for the rest of my life. Like just every couple of months, these appear for no reason,
Oh,
and there is no cure or anything. So that's fun.
dang.
And now this for my vocal cord, like it's just a one part of my body that can't catch a break. Even the music bar stopped working. Hold on.
Hello.
There we go.
Hello.
Oh, thank God.
There was just a torrent of just people disconnecting and reconnecting on my end, so I was confused.
No, my internet cut out.
Ah,
Well,
It's fine.
that's a damn shame.
because like you, from our perspective, you said, "Oh no, not again," and then you cut out.
Yeah. Which
Huh,
was just
okay, it was showing.
Yeah.
Because you guys weren't talking or anything, so I was like, hello, 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 nothing.
No,
So I
we
was like,
were
oh no.
talking. Okay, we were talking. Okay, so let me skip a few seconds back in the past
Mhm.
as you started hearing Rayla sing the song of Andre's Seashell. The little music fills the card, not only of Rayla's voice, but of the seashell as well.
Wait, so is Rayla just making wave sounds? Is that what that means?
She's singing according to the beat of it. So it's more
Okay.
like humming than anything.
Okay, 'cause just picturing her opening her mouth and just hyper realistic ocean sounds.
Dang it!
It's one of those whale cry machines.
Oh man. Yeah, he's just gonna be like,
Okay, yeah, and I grab reins and I'm like glancing back at Rayla every now and again.
he's gonna pull out the seashell again. He's gonna hold it close to Rayla.
As you do, the song from the seashell starts getting more intense. And you feel you want to listen to it. You want to get more inside of the song, to make the song not stop, to have it perpetuate inside of you. Do either of you do anything during your trip?
He's gonna hold it closer to Rayla.
As you try and push it even closer to her, you feel something, a force resisting you, like grabbing on hold of the shell itself. Do you let it?
No.
You pull away briefly and take the shell away from Rayla and the mysterious force. You have it close to you now. The sound fills your ears. You feel like you could get lost in this.
That's strange. Yeah, well, that's all he does.
Alright. What about Mavis? Does she do anything while you're driving the car?
Nah, she's just gonna chill.
Okay. A bit of time passes, an hour and then two, and you start making good progress on your itinerary. After a little while, you both catch yourself humming in tune to the seashell. Like what happened back in New Orleans, you stop yourself quickly, realizing what you've done. After a few more hours, you pass by the desolated hamlet that you slept in. Nothing much seems to have changed. You can still see the huge centipedes crawling along the barks of dead trees. Now, a bit renewed with vigor, you see the grass swaying gently in the breeze, growing, slowly, but growing. More time passes, and by now it's starting to be nightfall. In the far distance, you see a light flickering like a fire. The stars slowly start to creep up in the sky. Is there anything in particular you guys would be doing right now?
Guess we should stop around here, huh?
Yeah, sure.
Just a little while after you talk about this, the the flames comes a bit closer to you, and you realize there appears to be a small set of travelers sitting around a rather sizable campfire. There's three people. The first one is someone that immediately draws your attention, Andre. It's a type of silhouette you've seen before, with large and broad shoulder, a long, harsh face, and long flowing dark hair, as well as a very reddish skin. In front of you stands a hobgoblin. He's carrying heavy backpacks, many of which are filled with some stuff that from it, that overlaps from them. You can see what appears to be a small cloak made of odd feathers, another some sort of odd claw. There's quite a lot of stuff. Next to him are two people, One of them is a. No, let me just one moment. One of them is a man, about 6 feet tall. He has a hair of light brown hair, as well as some lightly faded blue eyes. He seems to be in his early 30s, perhaps late 20s. And next to him is a woman standing just a little bit above 5 feet tall. She's clad in a rich blue shirt and has a hood and belt, which are both made of luxurious fox fur with a quite fetching orange coloring. Both of them are eating some small honeycomb biscuits, and the man waves at you as you come closer.
Greetings.
Oh, hi.
Just to clarify, DM, this isn't like that person, right?
No, they
Okay.
don't look quite the same. Remember their face shape very well, kind, benevolent. This one is more curious, adventurous.
Yeah, I'll just wave.
The hobgoblin turns at you. Oh, hello. You look like Trevor. So you gonna be joining us for this nice evening?
If you don't mind.
Of course. There's always place around the fire, right? The the man turns at you. Of course, everyone's welcome.
Just walk over and he'll sit right down.
Maybe this is just gonna kind of silently walk after him and sit.
So, what brings all of you out here?
Oh, well, you see, I'm a bit of a traveling sort. My people they don't really come here so often. The hobgoblin speaks up. Um, so I took it upon myself to bring around here some of the great things from my country. You know. Oh, the name's Throck. By the way, Throck Unsto.
Right. Nice to meet you.
What about you? What's your name, stranger?
My name's Andre.
Andre. Well, nice to meet you. And what about you, young lady?
My name is Mavis.
What are you two what are you two doing out in the streets right now? Are you merchants as well?
No, we're also travelers. We're currently heading to Undreth for something.
Wondrous. A coincidence. Me and Hola here are both headed there as well. And the woman turns to you. She's clearly enjoying her biscuit very much, and not approvingly.
Uh, well, depends on what happens when we get there, but we're also looking for, I'm not sure if you've heard about it, but some werewolves.
Some werewolves? No, I can't say I have. Well, not in this region at least. I've heard about some things in Sorna.
Interesting.
The woman looks at you interestingly as you start speaking of werewolves.
Yes, I believe, a merchant duo of some sort seems to be traveling.
Merchant? Interesting.
Mavis is just gonna roll her eyes. Complain to me about subtlety. Wow.
Well, do you know what they might look like?
Well, one of them was a beast folk, I believe.
Peaceful. Maybe our friend here can help us. Have you seen any of your kind around here, Mr. Unsto? Was it? The hobgoblin shoots him back a look. Not really. I think I'm the only one I saw recently. Oh no, yeah, there was that one guy was a centaur, I think. He's not really that's really more Val than Haldian, but you know, we're somewhat close. If you ignore the war. Um just,
Wait, what was the centaur's name?
He was quite insistent that we call him Bodmon Ninos El Ultra. Talk about a show off.
Yeah,
Big
it's who
name.
I'm thinking of who it is, isn't it?
It is.
Ugh, he's like, I
What?
believe I've ran into him.
Yeah, big guy, big lances. He thinks he's so good.
Has
Yeah.
a posse with him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Avis looks visibly confused.
He just scratches the back of his neck.
Yeah, it was with a what do they call him? Like a water woman. Whoa. I don't know what we call those. What are they? He had a woman that was like made of water, or something like that.
A
Not
genasi?
really, but yeah, one of those, A water ganassi woman with him, and a man, black hair. He seemed like a bit of a bitch.
Uh,
Wait, were these the people we ran into?
they are looking for the guy who built up a debt that we helped
I-
them find.
From the brothel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, I'm sorry if you had to run into them before.
They weren't all bad.
The
Well,
water genasi was nice.
I guess that makes one of them. She seemed quite exhausted. But no, I don't think I've seen any other beast folk around here. What about you, Mr. Kraft? Have you seen anybody? And he turns to the man once more. He just shrugs. There's a lot of merchants that come from Tragath. It could be any number of people.
He's gonna look to the woman who has like the fox fur, and go, "This is, oh, this is gonna be dumb. Okay, well, this potentially might be a bad idea. I was gonna go, yeah, I believe one of them was a fox beast folk, if I remember correctly."
She looks at you. Her eyes narrow somewhat.
Like he's doing the like, kind of. It's like he's like feigning, like like it's like talking. It's like accusing someone, but like not at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
He's not openly stating it.
Mm-hmm. You might want to be a bit more careful when insinuating people might be monsters, Mr. Andre. She stares at you with piercing eyes.
Well,
She seems a bit older now.
are werewolves counted as monsters? I was always interested in that. I heard that these ones were, what was it? He turns to Mavis 30 feet tall?
Yeah, sure.
The man lets out a laugh. 30 feet tall. Well, I'm sure we would have known if we'd sawn one of them.
See, I had that same thought. But I mean, mostly, I'm just here out of curiosity at this point.
Yeah, I've heard stories about shapeshifters, but 30 feet tall ones? That'd be ridiculous.
It is very interesting. But I would love to ask him a few questions. I haven't seen many werewolves myself, so I'm from West, so.
Oh, how far west? We've recently come from Bethinde. We might have a few connections there. We might have in common.
Yes, I actually used to live there.
Oh, really? That wouldn't have been in Ralathon, would it?
Can I, okay, before Andre reacts, can I make an insight check on this guy?
Sure.
Like, who is you? Like, hold on, don't turn this on me. 27?
27? Damn, you've got good insight.
I rolled a 19.
Holy shit, that's some insight right there. You can tell the man does seem to have a motive for asking you that, but he doesn't seem to have particular knowledge as to who you are. So it's a bit unlikely to whatever the motive for asking that is really related to you.
Yes, I actually used to, that's where I was born.
Oh, really? That's quite interesting. You see, me and Hollow here. Oh, I've never introduced myself, did I? My name's Lawrence. Lawrence Kraft.
It's nice to meet you, Lawrence.
Yeah. Me and Molo here, we're currently looking for our daughter. We lost her there many years ago without a trace. That's why we're traveling the world, trying to see where she might have ended up. You wouldn't have happened to see her, would you have? She had. Here, let me describe her a bit to you. Maybe that'll ring a bell. Her name is Cal. She's when we lost her, she was about 15. So now she should be quite a bit older than you. Maybe say 25.
Oh,
She has nice soft hazelnut eyes, and well, she used to have her hair that reached about halfway through her back. Very kind girl. That
Uh,
happened to ring a bell for you?
so Andre, you would pick this up, and I guess if they roll higher than a 9, if you want them to, Mavis does react to the name Kel.
Mm-hmm.
he just kind of sits there and thinks, I don't believe so, but they disappeared?
Yes. Young miss, would you happen to have seen her? You seem quite taken aback. And
Sorry, wait, what are their names again?
yeah, Cal,
No. I'm asking you, the DM, what are the two people?
Throck and
Parent.
Lawrence.
Holo, and Lawrence.
Oh, hello.
Apollo and Lawrence?
No, Holo and Lawrence.
Apollo. Apollo and Lawrence. Um, I, uh, I'm sorry, how long ago did you say what
Oh,
happened?
that would have been many years ago. We we'd been traveling with her for quite a while then. Um, once we were headed to Bethinde. We passed through a forest, and she went off on her own. It wasn't something too rare. She liked to take walks. She left and never came back. We searched for her everywhere. Uh, Made the entire forest, every inch of it. Never found a single trace of her. So we figured there might have been anything, some weird magical thing. Maybe she'd ended up somewhere completely different, and we've been searching for her ever since.
Um, I, I believe I've met her.
You have? And as you
Yeah,
say that, the woman, Holo, turns at you. Her eyes very serious. They seem almost piercing through you.
yeah, and Mavis is slowly getting more and more like jittery as she's going. Um, I, yeah, I met her when I was younger. Um,
Where? Where did you
I,
see her? The woman stares at you, her expression still completely blank. Her
yeah.
eyes seem quite intense.
Mavis isn't looking at anyone in the eye, and she's like kind of hunched over a little bit. I think it was in Bethende. I really can't say for sure.
You think, when was it you last saw her?
Like I said, years ago. Um, I really can't give you more information than that. I'm sorry.
The woman's eye narrows. Make a deception check.
Oh no. Oh no. Yeah, that's a 5.
She keeps staring at you. You're lying. You know more than that. The man turns at her. He seems Not quite astounded, but deeply emotive, almost a bit frightful. What do you know?
I mean, we were. I. I don't know what it was. Some cult or something? We were. When I was younger, even than Kel when she was taken, um, well, yeah, taken. I was, nabbed from Bethesda streets, and there was a facility where we were trained. Um,
Trained?
trained.
Trained how? The woman has gone up now.
Oh, yeah, Mavis is trying to make herself as small as possible here. I mean, it was different. She returned Brother Gaston. I don't know exactly what they did. I mean, she was never as hurt as the rest of us. Hell, she got along with them. Um, I got kicked out, so I haven't seen her since I was kicked out.
Make another deception check.
Fuck. Really? We're counting that as me seeing her?
You know what you saw. If you do, so does Mavis.
Yeah. Okay, I got 12 that time.
You're lying. I know.
I don't know for sure. I
When
had a
you
dream recently. She was alive. She's an adult. She's with someone.
who? Where?
It was a beach. She was with another girl from the facility. A child.
What did both of them look like?
Wait, what do you mean? She was Kel. Hazelnut eyes, brown hair.
What about the girl with her?
Why is she important?
So we'll find them.
You're
This
not gonna. Oh?
this may not be any of my business, but what do you plan to do once you find her?
What I'll do when I'll find her. I'll be reunited with my girl. No, that only concerns me and her. Now tell me, that beach, what did it look like?
It was a beach. There was no other discerning landmarks.
No building, no rocks, just a beach.
I think a shack?
A small shack.
I mean, I've never even been to the beach. I couldn't. I'm sorry,
woman-
but I need to protect this. I'm sure you mean best, but I can't tell you about that other girl.
At this point, the woman seems almost completely inside her thought and may not have heard the last bit. She's looking down on the ground and she's muttering things to herself. No, but then they would have rocky beaches with high cliffs. Oh, no, not the north. There would hardly be any beaches that would be covered in frost. The south, which is the east, would just come from that. It has to be Talrot. She turns and shoots a look at the man. The man himself seems to be quite invigorated, and he's already packing their things. Before I go find her, tell me two more things. What was it? The kinds of things you were made to learn? And who was this Brother Gaston you spoke of? At this point, her eyes are deadly serious. You can feel a cold intensity emerging from them, almost surrounding you.
I mean, I think we were there for different reasons. I mean, really, they would just, sometimes they would test out abilities
Abilities?
that
Like what?
they gave us. I don't know, they would teach
Did
us
they
rituals.
rituals? Did they make you recite things?
Yeah. Well, some of us, not all of us.
Those little books.
Uh, Brother Gaston was one of the teachers. Kel was never, you know, that spiteful when talking about Gaston. He appeared to be one of the nicer teachers we had. We would be tested. I'm honestly surprised you're alive. I mean, I knew she had parents, but I thought,
No.
they usually went after us. That wouldn't be looked for.
See. And Brother Gaston, was he part of an organization? Did he give you a name?
Was I ever given a name?
No, I. No, she's asking if you got the name of an organization, not if you, Mavis, was named.
No, that's I'm asking. Sorry, DM. I'm asking. Was I ever given a name or like heard of a name for an
No,
organization?
no, you didn't hear any name from
Oh
the
please, they
organization.
wouldn't tell us anything.
They operated within they had to be high placed. So else
I always assumed they worked with the government.
yes, one by one.
Um. Andre, can we go?
She, as you say that, she herself turns around. The man, Lawrence, seems to have been completely done packing their stuff, and the horse in their cart has been completely jam packed with everything they had. He's already sitting on it, and she gets up, sits on it as well. And
Actually,
immediately,
I do have something to ask you too.
just before the man slaps the reins, he turns to look at you. His face is a bit softer than the woman's. The woman's looks like just looking at her for too long could kill you. She has a completely hateful look.
Well,
She seems more hopeful. Yes?
since there is the very slightest chance that you may be who I've been looking for, I would like to state that I bear you both no ill will. But if you are, I'd like to let you know that we were contracted to take care of you. So if you are, not saying that you are, just be careful.
Make a persuasion check.
Ooh, I should have taken proficiency in it. Oh, wait. 19?
Ah, that's pretty good.
Oh.
The man shoots the woman a look. And for a second, it almost looks like they're speaking with their eyes. And the woman turns to the hobgoblin. You. Yes, me. He slunk back. Really, he didn't want to be too involved in the conversation. And you keep a secret. He looks at you, Andre, clearly uncertain.
I'd recommend keeping it a secret.
Then yes. Good. They both get out of the cart. And next you see the both of them change. First the woman. She herself grows in size, larger and larger and larger, until she reaches about 50 feet tall. Herself. a
15
gigantic
or 50?
50. You can see her
Okay.
clearly over the trees. She blocks out the moon. She's a gigantic werefox with a glorious coat of bright orange. The man slowly walks up to her, and the fox opens up a hand on which he climbs. The fox turns to you and extends one long claw. The claw is about twice the size of your entire torso, Andre. The fox lets out in a huge voice. Cut it. Use it as trophy. As silence.
That works just fine with me. And he will begin to... I mean, he doesn't have anything else great for it, so yeah, he'll just start cutting it with his dagger.
Alright. It takes you a good minute of work. It is extremely sharp and far more than your own dagger. And you do do a little bit of damage to your dagger as you break the thing, but you end up cutting off a part that's about as big as your torso and head combined. This could easily work as some sort of odd armor. After you do so, the fox takes a step back. The man waves at you. Thank you! And immediately, the fox begins to run at absolutely awe-inspiring speeds. You can see trees being pushed aside, almost and flying underneath the immense strength of the being. After just a few minutes, you stop seeing it and can only hear it, the loud thumps of the feet.
That's not something you see every day.
Mavis just kind of has her hand in her head. Her head in her hands. Fuck. Words.
Still got it. Yes. He's a little proud of himself because he hasn't done any, like, tracking in a while. It's like, well, yeah, they weren't exaggerating, huh?
There's only one. 15 feet less.
That's...
It's 50, not
yeah,
15.
50.
Oh, I heard 15 when I asked.
Clarified it. No, it's 50.
That's interesting. Do you think... No, she let us keep the... Huh. You know, you'd think she sent us on like a suicide mission of some sort.
I mean, maybe this might be a bit conspiracy brain. You think the organization that took us knew who her parents were?
Knew my parents?
No. Okay, so we run into these people, right? They're looking for their lost daughter. I happen to have been kidnapped with their lost daughter. We get hit on lost daughter's parents. I mean, there's like a lot of loose strings. I get that, but I'm just saying. That's why I said conspiracy brain.
Perhaps. I mean, the contract being that vague is something I was counting on, but given their profession, they probably wouldn't overlook something like that. But who knows? He looks over the hobgoblin and goes, "Sorry you had to experience all of that. That's... oof."
What the hell was that?
You know, I think I'm still trying to figure... I really thought they were exaggerating. Someone spotted that and didn't go insane.
Mavis is just sad on the ground.
It looks like you were keeping some secrets from me.
What do you mean? You never asked for, like, if there are other people or anything. I thought they were all dead. Until, like, a night ago. Oh, God, God, imagine if I had to tell her I think I killed her. Oh, that would not been one happy mom.
Huh. So I'm assuming that other person you saw... was it you?
No. During our time together, Kel grew really protective of this girl. She was the youngest. And she was really sick. But they seemed to put her through the most work, and Tomas seemed interested in her. And listen, they might be going for their daughter, but I don't know what they do for their daughter. I don't know what they would do to Shri if they find her. And I wasn't lying when I said they went after people that wouldn't look for us. They could be caring parents for all I know, or maybe Kel was trying to get away from them.
That's interesting. Why wouldn't they... no, that would probably arise some suspicion.
Shri is also a bit like me.
Well...
you know.
Probably should have told them that the royalty was most likely not involved.
Still on the fence about that.
Listen, if they were involved, we probably wouldn't be traveling together.
Avis is just gonna look at the hobgoblin. You will repeat none of this.
No, I'm gonna go. I think I'm safer traveling at night, risking ambushes than staying here. You stay safe. And he starts getting up, getting his bag, making sure nothing drops from it, and he begins hesitantly walking away.
Once he gets like far enough, I'm gonna turn to Andre. While working for Bethende, did you deal with many rituals or runes?
Nope.
You ever see anything about bulls, doors, and snakes?
Have I, DM?
I'm sorry, Mavis, can you repeat that last bit? Connection cut out.
Yeah, sorry. Thing of like, what was it? Bulls, doors, and like snakes, or was it logs? I forgot which one. Yeah, some
And you,
those. Have you seen those symbols?
Andre, you indeed have. It was a project that Kana had been working on for quite a while. It was linked to what undoubtedly became her teleportation magic. She had never been able to use it without severe injury to herself and the people closest to her, and usually it resulted in deep wounds being opened.
Well, I've only seen it once with some of that teleportation stuff. Not sure if that's relevant.
Well, the thing that I think killed me originally had to do with a ritual involving that.
Really now. Say it's snakes, plural. Was it a snake with multiple heads by chance?
Did I ever see snakes with multiple heads?
No, you did not.
Yeah, nope.
Might be unrelated then. Kind of just like leans back a bit, just kind of like resting on like his elbows.
They didn't give us a time span for their daughter.
As in what?
Well, Kel's Elven.
Yeah, but they mature at the same rate humans do.
Do they ever stop maturing?
Well, they can get older, but they basically reach full development at the same age humans do, and as time progresses, it decreases. Well, depending on. Do I know the range? Because I do know. I have known an elf.
Yeah, the way it works is that typically, like you said, they grow at a speed that approximately matches humans, but culturally they're not considered adults until they reach 100. And when they pass about 300, that's when their physical capabilities start to decline.
Oh,
It's
sick.
very rare to see an elf that actually lives to the full 750, which is usually the maximum. Usually they top out at like 650.
I'll just say, yeah. So, 300 is where they kind of you really start to see the age.
Well, I knew her at age 15.
Well,
And I saw her again as a adult.
well, that's interesting. Questions, questions. Well, don't go getting any ideas.
What do you mean?
I don't know, your whole distrust thing. I guess it'd be valid.
I don't know.
Because it would make a lot of sense, honestly, now that I think about it. A noble that was ousted out after this group could have disbanded. So I could have been.
Oh, I was suspecting you. I was wondering if you knew anyone.
No, not that I know of. Well, my friend was experimenting with the teleportation, but I'm not sure how related that is. The symbols line up, but maybe the usage is different.
I mean, I died, so.
Did you?
It felt like I died. Death said I died.
Well, can't argue with that. I would want to say maybe he meant it metaphorically, but some things of recent were literal, so...
Again, he told me my soul had crossed, so I'm confused.
I am too. And I thought my past was complicated.
Glad she has parents. I'm glad that they're looking for her.
That might
I
not
don't
be
know.
such a good thing.
I don't think she should be found. If they manage to get out. I don't know what people would do if they discovered us.
Not sure either. But we did just send a 50-foot tall werewolf hurtling towards Relathon, so...
That's not where they were headed.
Yeah, it's
They
not
went
where they're
east.
heading.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
East.
Just east. Just, you know, that'll... Sure, that'll end poorly.
Yep. I just saw a beach. I really couldn't give a more. But then they have beaches.
I mean, it does have a coast.
It does have a coast, but it's a rather rocky coast.
Yeah.
It's not Florida sand beaches coast.
Okay. Oh.
Well then. What do you make of this?
You know, I never really bothered to learn about what took me. I just wanted, to ignore it for as long as I could. And settle down. And just live my life. I think I have to track down that organization. Get some answers. Because whatever they're messing with, seems to put some kind of prophecy into motion. And I think we could find answers there.
Prophecy?
I don't know if prophecy's the right word, but it's sort of the domino effect of events that I think we're supposed to prevent.
don't know if we're supposed to. Let's say we chose to.
I don't know if I have a choice anymore.
There's always a choice. At the end of the day, whatever you do is up to you.
Do you know what? I'm gonna make a roll real quick.
Oh boy.
What's your passive insight?
18.
Mavis looks extremely guilty right now. She's definitely hiding something.
Come on.
And she almost flinches when you say a certain word.
Listen. I trust you. And I hope you trust me. But obviously, I'm pretty good at telling when something's wrong, but I won't press you for it. But if it ever makes it any easier, here. I'm gonna pull out a portrait that looks like Andre. There aren't any bags under his eyes. He has a really kind of... He has a warm smile. It's something that... It's an expression you've probably only seen him do in person about once. It kind of seems like hand-drawn, and he turns it to the back. And besides at the very bottom, there's some really strange kind of writing. At the top he goes, here. It's probably not on the same level of whatever you're hiding, but there's a couple embarrassing stories in the top part. An old teacher of mine drew this for me, and she wrote a note on the back. Just a sign of trust.
And the gibberish that Andre the gibberish that Andre just spoke of. Here it is.
The top part is told about how it's basically comments about how he was always so kind, and it also talks about how what you put together is that he was extremely introverted, and kind of talks about how he was almost incapable of speaking to people, and then telling stories about how he kind of it's just little things, it's stories that you really wouldn't want many people to know.
Damn, you bastard. Know exactly what you're doing. Yeah, Mavis kind of throws it back to you. It doesn't look at you at all, handing you back the portrait, and I made a deal with the moose.
Really, no.
That girl, the other one that was with Cal, in my vision, he was gonna go after her. Well, whatever he wanted me for, he was gonna go after her for. And she doesn't deserve that. She was always so bandaged. And it always seemed like she was gonna die. And I saw her alive for once. And I brought his attention to her by accident. So I gave him a favor. And he agreed to leave her alone. Gonna be one time. One thing only. I have no idea what he's gonna ask of me.
Well, that was kind of you.
Yeah, not always a complete bitch, I guess. That's what I was rambling on when we were at the cart this morning.
I see. Well, don't worry about it. We'll find some way to deal with it.
Besides death, I guess.
But don't blame yourself too much for it. That wasn't really something you could control. This whole thing was kind of thrown upon you, and no one deserves something like that.
Yeah, he's kind of a dick. He's like, how do you not know what any of this was? And I'm like, I was like 10. I'm sorry, I don't know the complex answers to the universe as a 10-year-old.
That's interesting. Maybe you should know. Or maybe something happened that... Because that is an interesting question. But maybe I'm reading too far into things. And when I say you should know, I don't mean I'm blaming you. I'm think it's more that maybe you forgot it.
All I remember from them is a lot of pain. Like my body was ripping itself apart and the walls caved in. And then I woke up in a forest. According to him, though, some of them are alive, so I guess I didn't kill them.
Have been worrying about that this entire time?
I mean, remember when we sat down a while ago? I said I've killed everyone.
I see. Well,
And now they're not dead.
that's good to hear. I can't really say I've been nearly... Well, I've been through nearly as much as you have. I barely remember my time. But
I'm sorry, I've been really harsh about you and your friends. And I know I've said disrespectful stuff before. Deserves torture.
yeah, it's fine. I just can't really let go. But things happened, and I know what it can... That feeling of guilt. All of my friends who I believed were truly good people all died right before I got captured.
Sorry for your loss.
Eh,
But,
it's my fault that happened anyway, but I can't change that. So I'll just keep going. Maybe I'll find something.
I hope you do.
I hope so too.
And I hope Rayla stops singing eventually.
Yeah, honestly, some of the stuff she has going on kind of scares me the most.
You mean her ghost sister shows up every now and then?
No, it happened while you were asleep. Well, she talked about her vision, and her vision just had tons of red flags, but she just thought it was fine. And she also,
Like, was an entity trying to speak to her? Because that's like a big no-no.
it's like a lot of like, like they lose a lot of things like consuming and things like it just, like that. And she just thought it was fine. And like the things she got from it, she seemed to kind of have like an influence on people, and then she says it made her like kind of feel good, but I got a bit affected by it and it was terrifying. Kind of lost yourself, but she I don't know if she just doesn't realize the problem with that or if she's just fine with that. We don't really know a whole lot about her, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the only time I feel anything like that is when I'm using those abilities. So, I mean, usually I'm pretty good at controlling urges and stuff like that, but. Huh.
I was about to say that I am too, but then I remembered my track record.
I mean, I've been impulsive. I mean, specifically the urge to, like, devour and whatever. That comes whenever I use my abilities, so.
Wait, to devour?
Yeah?
Huh. I
I'll,
had
like,
something kind of
consume,
similar.
devour.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
not along those lines. It was more just to know. And I guess I should say at one point, it wasn't my thoughts, but the thought to, because I used that light thing when you were unconscious and I saw some extra weirder stuff. And at some point, I wanted to know so much that the thought of cutting into your chest to find it came across my mind. And that's when I started realizing that maybe this whole light power isn't the great, well, it has some drawbacks. I'm not going to do it now.
Can't say I've had the best experiences with light. I I mean, mine's less consuming and it's more destruction, which is also part of the reason why I think something wants me to destroy the world or something. Yeah.
Maybe we're both
Consume.
just monsters.
Yeah. Maybe I wasn't ever meant to exist at all.
Don't say that. I mean, even if you weren't, I mean, I've enjoyed your company.
Thank you. I enjoy yours. Most of the time.
That's fair. I never mind.
By the way, you would have picked up that she meant that entirely in jest.
Okay.
The most of the time mark.
Yeah. Never mind. That's embarrassing. Well, seems,
Well,
I don't know. Seems like we got a lot on our plate.
Rayla said she wanted to find adventure.
She, she did find it.
Oh, look at her. Well, I think it's time for the normal humans to go to bed.
He kind of like glares. It's like, okay.
I'll keep watch.
Yeah. Kind of like kicks himself up and walks over to the cart.
Yeah, see. As you do, you you look a bit at the gigantic clock that you now have. Just focusing your attention a bit on it. It feels wrong. It feels too sharp. And just looking at it makes you want to sink it in someone's back. As you start to near Rayla, The thoughts subside somewhat, just somewhat. The sharpness very much remains. And I assume you go to sleep.
Yep.
So you settle down next to Rayla. And you go to bed. With her singing you a nice lullaby by pure coincidence.
How good is the singing?
Not quite singing, and more like humming along to the beat.
Okay.
Andre, if you want, I can cast deafness on you.
I'll be fine.
And Mavis, you? What do you do?
I'm gonna find a tree or something, crawl up, and keep watch.
I see. You do so. You, it takes you a little while, but you do get up the tree. Set up in a spot to take watch. A few minutes pass, and just as the moon reaches its summit, as midnight strikes, you can feel agitation in you, as 10 little beings fall from you. 10 white little wrigglers fall to the ground and start burying themselves. And that is where we'll end the session.